Never that, never that. We don't do ABA in this house, no. And when I make this statement, of course, naturally people are curious as to why we don't participate in ABA. So I will give you a short snippet, the cliff notes, before I move on. I'm personally against ABA just because the teachings in general I find problematic. I feel like if a group of people are like speaking out and saying like, hey, this is harmful to us, it's best to listen to them because they live it. They probably are the ones who are, it's most rational to listen to them. I think where ABA stemmed from was completely insane, and it's almost wild that it's still in practice right now. When my son was younger, during the day, he used to go to like what was called an ABA clinic. While I was working, he was there for about 4 hours, and I remember one time I went to pick him up, and I was told that he did not open his eyes the entire time he was there. When I picked him up, his eyes were closed. He did not open his eyes the whole time. That was it for me. Finito. We were out of there. Never again. Never again. And wildly enough, when I pulled him out of ABA and I put him into actual therapy, like psychological therapy, like counseling, and they actually worked on why he was exhibiting like aggressive behaviors when he was, the behaviors went down dramatically. My husband, when I met him, he was actually in school for building construction technology, but before that, he was a respite worker for autistic individuals. He's just never liked the practice. He doesn't agree with it, and that's just his stance on it. He just doesn't want anything to do with it. But I do think support services are very important, and I don't really think parents who feel that they have no other option should really be shamed for participating in the only therapy that insurance covers because it literally has a monopoly. And because I think support services are so important, my son is in a lot of services, just not ABA. Outside of school, my son is in speech therapy, physical therapy, occupational therapy, and feeding therapy. In school, my son receives speech therapy with a medical speech therapist, so it's great. She can also work on his feeding and swallowing issues as well. And he also receives PT and OT in school. He also has case management, and if we need it, we sometimes have what's called functional support services. That's usually based on like, where his needs are at the time, because it's like it's functional support, like things he needs to have help with to lead a more not fulfilling life, but accommodating life, I guess, maybe is a good way to put it. So yes, that's the 411 on that. My son is in a lot of services, but not ABA, and he never ever will be. I still sometimes have to, advocate for him and vocalize in IEP meetings and stuff that we will not be doing quiet hands. My kid can stim when he wants to stim. So yeah, hope that answers your question. Why is it brightening up? I don't know. Anyways, I hope that answers your question. Why am I so bright?